Good day, my friends. I am super excited today. I have wanted to go out to where we are going today for a very long time. We almost mated a deer. So we are going to go today. We are going out to the filming locations of Michael Keaton, Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, Jeffrey Jones, and Winona Ryder, all of them. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. You excited or what? This is going to be a fun one. I think this is the bridge into Vermont. Welcome to Vermont. Well, see? Call me Kreskin. I think they made the right choice for filming it out here. It's supposed to be Connecticut, but it's actually in Vermont. This has been just a beautiful state to drive through. We've made it to East Corinth. That's where they filmed it. I have wanted to come here for so long. I can't believe that I'm finally here. We are at the cemetery that they're basically depicting in the movie. Of course, they filmed that all on the studio lot in Los Angeles when they filmed the movie. But Beetlejuice basically inhabits this place. He lives in the ground, of course, because he's dead. But God, you know, I read that originally this movie was meant for Sammy Davis Jr. He was supposed to be Beetlejuice, and then he died. So Michael Keaton ended up being Beetlejuice. I can't think of a better Beetlejuice. Him going in and out of the accents and just the character and everything. When he's out here doing that ad, come on, I'll do anything to get your business. I'll even possess myself. I love it. And then we see him here when Lydia's trying to make a deal with him, or he's arguing with the Maitlands. He's inside the model, and that's one of my favorite parts, when he's staying there and he kicks the tree over when it falls. He goes, "Nice effing model," and honk honk. I love it. Beetlejuice's cemetery.
Wow. Yo, I got demons running all through me. All through me. Come on down here and see it. And hey, be back now.
Yeah, if you look at the model in the movie that Adam has made of the town, you'll see basically right across the street from the church is where the cemetery is.
Adam.
Basically in real life, it's catty corner to that, but it's right up this little hill, and boy, doesn't it look like it. You almost feel like they should just have an honorary Beetlejuice headstone here. Beetlejuice. 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 Who knows, this lone tree right here could have been the one that they depict in the movie that he kicks over.
You bunch of losers! You're working with a professional here!
I love it. You come out to these kind of places and your imagination just runs wild with the movie. So then we kind of get a shot like this of their yellow wagon going down through here, and right over here would have been the red covered bridge. So then we get the shot of them driving out of the covered bridge, which would have been right there, that red one. And it's actually still here in town. We'll go find it. But they drive right out of here. This blue house would have been white. And they make the turn. None of these flowers or anything would have been here. So right here, this is the exact shot that we get when the Maitlands are driving by on the way to the hardware store, and they're waving to the guy out here, like polishing the statue. The little statue was like right there.
How you doing, Ernie? Oh, yeah.
They drive right on by there. And the hardware store is actually right over there. Looks way different right now. So Alec Baldwin pulls up right here at his own hardware store. He owns it. And the old guy sitting out here, "Hey, how's it going, Adam? You need a haircut before you Go on vacation?
Morning, Adam. You need a haircut for your vacation?
Oh, thanks.
He starts talking about the foundation house, and then he starts rambling on about some long hair coming to get a haircut and everything. And boy, you can tell that they're working on this place. Look at it. The Maitland sign would have been right here in the filming, and you really only, because the way they shoot it, there was a glass window right here, and it Maitland on the glass window. He parked the car right here, and there you can tell it had some structural issues or something, but the whole front walk is gone. That used to be right here. Used to go all the way across. That's where the old man was sitting. It would have been kind of like that. So
See you later,
I don't know what happened. Looks like maybe there was a fire or something. We'll see. I guess the good news is that they still have it here, that they're working on it. They're doing something with it, so hopefully it's part of the next movie, the Beetlejuice 2 that we're all waiting about. He runs in his hardware store, gets what he needs, and then the guy is still talking out there when he comes out. Out here, we get a better view of the entire building, and you can see the whole barber shop that used to be right here. That's all gone.
Right.
Crazy. So he gets in here, makes a U-turn right here, and then continues on down the road. But right where they cut, right over here, that's where they would have made the left to take that red covered bridge again. And once they made that left, this would have been the shot where they're going under the red covered bridge, and we see the dog run in. Adam sees the dog, and they pull the wheel, and it busts through the side of the covered bridge right there.
Hey, look out for that!
And miraculously, the weight of one 25-pound dog on a board stops them from going in until the dog jumps off. Then the car plummets into the water. Supposedly it would have plummeted into this water. Right onto that big chunk of rock, I guess. I promise you, before the end of this vlog, we will go find the red covered bridge. Only thing I don't know is if the red covered bridge we're gonna see is the original or the one that they made for the second movie. I guess once we get there we'll know, because there's a big hole like a car went through it. We'll know, won't we? So I just met someone that lives here in town. She said that they actually dismantled the house within a week of filming the second movie, because they said they had already sold all the materials to someone. But she said when you see the second movie, this will be where the fire station was. And she said they actually put a whole facade right up in front of the Maitland's hardware store that in the original movie Charles wants to turn into an insect zoo. She said they put a facade in front, and it's actually, in the movie, it is like a thrift store and a pet store. So, little spoiler for the future. Bummer we missed the house. I wasn't sure how long it would stay up. So she's telling me that when the house was here, I thought you had to access it from the road that they show in the movie, but she said no, actually it would have been in that little green patch right up there. So we're gonna go access it from down here, and the cemetery was right up here to the left. You can see it in his model. I'm really bummed that I missed coming out here when the house was up. I wasn't sure how long they were gonna be filming for. I didn't know if it was like a week, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. My biggest fear was driving all the way out here, showing up, and then the production having taken over the town and them just running me off and me not getting to see anything. Now I'm gonna take us up the road where the house would have been. The house would have been right there at the top of that hill. So in reality, this would have been the real road they took up and down. And that crazy relative of theirs, Jane, keeps wanting to sell their house. She's nutty. But yeah, it would have been right up here at the top, because they even have the keep out. That's the driveway right up here. So bummed I didn't get to see it while it was here. Such a cool movie. I mean, really, it really stands the test of time, because it has a supernatural element. It has a really fantastic cast. Like I said, Michael Keaton just, I mean, he really carries the movie. This is a great movie because, like, this is this beautiful house that they live in. This couple, it's just them two, and they have this wacky relative that keeps wanting to sell their house, telling them the house is too big for them. I'd get that lady out of my life if I were them, but the story of the movie is that they go off to run an errand and then end up crashing through the covered bridge, and they die, and they end up back in the house, and a family buys the house, and the family is pretty weird, and they want to change the house. So the Maitlands, or the couple that died, they're trying to scare them off. And eventually we get a pretty touching movie where the ghosts, the Maitlands, the dead family, they end up starting to like the daughter, Lydia, of this family, and then they end up deciding that they just want to kind of coexist on the property together eventually. So right up there is where the original Beetlejuice house would have been. So cool. I assume when people say keep out private property and they have a chair sitting right there, they mean it. So I don't want to bug whoever lives up there by sneaking up or anything, but man, I would have loved to have seen this. And again, for the original Beetlejuice, they just used this for the exteriors. They filmed all of the interiors in Los Angeles on a soundstage. All the creepy, crazy design that Tim Burton is known for, this has it in spades. I wish that they would have kept this house up permanently, and also the Edward Scissorhands house, because they just did such a unique job building those, but nothing lasts forever, and I'm sure whoever they rented the property from to film it right up there didn't want that house there forever. So here's our next location. This is actually in town here, the Minerva Lodge, the Masonic Lodge, number 86. However, we see it at the very, very end of the movie when they're wrapping it up. So we get this exact shot, they show this, and there would have been a Mrs. Shannon's School for Girls sign right here. You could even see this little barn here and everything. The only thing missing is the flagpole with the American flag. This is where Lydia's going to school. So we see all the girls coming out of the school doors right up here, and her bike, Lydia's bike, is parked right here on this corner. So she comes, and it all looks the same. It was white, had like the red steps even then. She gets on her bike, Winona Ryder, Lydia Dietz, gets on her bike and turns it around. And starts riding out towards us. There's a school bus parked right here in the shot. You know, she goes home, tells the Maitlands what her grades were and everything, and we kind of get the idea that the families are co-parenting, that the Maitlands never got to have a daughter, but now they're helping Lydia with her schoolwork and all that stuff, making her a good person, and her parents are off in the other part of the house doing God knows what. I love it. You ever wonder what happened to the car that they sacrificed for the movie, that it ended up in the water? What ended up happening to that? I'd love to know. Probably nothing. Probably trashed it, but somebody out there may have it. You never know. My only wish is that Katie would have been out here and that house would have still been up. Both of us wanted to see this. That's why I came out alone. We were just like, hey, this might be our only chance to see the house before they tear it down, and Already missed it. But I promised you a covered bridge. Let's go find it. The bridge is only 4 minutes outside of town. Holy cow. Online it says this is it. Now it looks like he added a back to kind of turn it into a barn. But if we go around and look at it from the other side, this definitely wouldn't have been the one that they crashed through. Not on this side anyway. But it does have an opening over here. That is really incredible if that really is the one from the original movie. That's definitely the same style and could be the same roof and everything. Really added some stuff onto it to make it his own. That is freaking cool. I wonder if it did go through this side, because this barn's been here a while. This would have to be the original. Well, my friends, we're gonna call it a day. I wanna thank Lisa Vaughn for becoming my newest Patreon. Thank you all for watching from East Corinth, Vermont, filming locations of the great Beetlejuice. Have a great night, and goodbye.